Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and this is about a macro called Shelby's Auto Size. It costs $10 and is sold by Macro Monster. But I'm going to show you two ways to do it, with the macro and without. Now, the macro isn't that big a deal on a square object or a rectangular object. It is pretty cool if you're doing a car wrap on a door of a car and you just had the size of the door, and it might be in feet. But we're going to take a line. I know this book is 10.09375. I'm actually going to zoom in here so I can get a little closer. I'm going to take my line and I'm going to take a 2-point line and I'm going to get it as close to that edge as I can, and as close to that edge as I can. And you can see that my line is 13 inches. So, because no camera, or when you import a picture, it's not going to be the same. So I've got the line selected. I'm going to hold down the shift key. I'm going to select my object. I'm going to go to the auto size and I'm going to tell it what size I want that line, 10.09375. And I'm going to hit apply. It made my book now, and if you can see my line is now 10.09375 is rounding it off to 4, but it is correct. So that's how you would do it using the macro. If you don't use the macro and your object is a rectangle like this, then you can take the crop tool. And when you ever use the crop tool, you want to make sure your item is selected. And we're going to grab the crop tool, and this makes it important if your item is taken into the fact that it's square and you've got it kind of level in your picture. And for the video, that's good enough. And I'm going to hit crop. Now this is 13.777 with this locked. So because we want the height of the book to be the same, I'm going to type in 10.09375. And now my book is the same as the one from Shelby. Of course, I actually like, this is kind of cool because you can see, I'm doing this for the customer and it's going to help me engrave it. Because now that it's real life, especially on a book like this with got these handles, I'm going to engrave in here and here tomorrow. I can take a rectangle tool and I can, now that it's real life, I can, and of course it'd be better to have a perfect picture, but you could also measure these and make them right. And then you could actually bring these rectangles into your laser and put your graphic and run a red line pointer test to make sure, because whenever you're doing, this is a guest book that's been printed and it's for a customer, you don't want to mess this up. It's got to be right. So if you use red line test and make it the size, and then tonight I can send the customer exactly what the wording and graphic is going to look like on their item. It's a pretty cool way to send it to a customer. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit.